Hey guys, the channel is at risk of being taken down. Unfortunately, I can't live stream for at least 90 days. My channel is under review with 2 copyright strikes. I just want to thank you guys for the support so much, and thank you. G'day guys, welcome to another Doctor Who review. This episode is bonkers. That is the word, bonkers. I was trying to think of the word. There is so much that happens. I may forget things in this review because it's so complex. It really deepens the series a lot. Anyway, let's get into my review and what I thought, as well as a few little predictions on the way of Fugitive of the Judoon episode 5 of series 12. So the first thing I'll say is Series 12, we're at the halfway mark now. It's definitely been better than Series 11. I've enjoyed these episodes a lot more, with the exception of Orphan 55, which was enjoyable, but a very forced political message. We've had a new master. Spoiler free. I can't. I'm sorry, but I don't know what to say about this episode. Spoiler free, this episode is not what you expect. There are some old friends returning, and a brilliant... maybe not brilliant. But anyway, let's get into the spoilers. Fugitive of the Judoon has terrible acting. Terrible acting. Now, I'm going to say I really did enjoy this episode, but the acting for me was really off from all these characters. It was a really soapy, home and away, Neighbours kind of vibe, EastEnders kind of vibe, crappy dialogue, and... I don't know, I'll speak about it more later, but I didn't like Jodie Whittaker's Doctor much in this episode either. I was very disappointed that she didn't speak Judoon. It only took about 8 minutes, I think, until the Judoon actually kicked off in the episode, and they were good to see. Back, scope, throw, bow, show, no, throw, say, speaking the same language, keeping that continuity going. And the Judoon are hunting this fugitive who we're not sure of what is going on. Is it a Time Lord? All these different predictions. Everyone was... But the thing is, Doctor Who said... something huge is happening, don't miss this week's episode. And they say that sometimes, but didn't they mean it? Now, I think this is what they mean, because there's 2 things they could have meant. Graham is transported onto a ship. On that ship, I'm a bit excited here, is Captain Jack Harkness. Last seen in The End of Time Part 2, and if you want to say a proper story, last seen in Journey's End, back in 2008, which is 12 freaking years ago. Captain Jack Harkness of Torchwood is back. He has a message to send to the Doctor. He picks up Graham thinking he's the Doctor. I like this scene. Really cool, interactive. And when he finds out the Doctor's female and said, oh, I have to see this, I loved it. Sorry that my reaction, if you have seen it, was really delayed. I couldn't fix it up. I tried to edit it multiple times. But Jack's back. And I hope that we don't have to wait another series or even another 12 years to see him. I don't think so. I think the Master, another character who I'll speak about in a moment. Anyway, the Judoon, old ladies, really getting it this season. An old lady dies and her knitting is destroyed. The Judoon themselves weren't really menacing, I didn't think. I thought they could have been scarier for some reason, but they look very good, the design. We got a lot of characters, I think too many characters in this episode. The main male character was really pushed as a... like dumb kind of character, and I didn't like that side of political correctness. But this episode really changed direction. About the halfway mark, it went from being a Judoon story to who is this woman? And this woman, Ruth, was really intriguing. Now, I don't know how this is going to work, and I hope they're not going to. I swear to God, if they fucking retcon what Doctor Who is and make the Doctor a female before a male, then that is bullshit. But hopefully this is an alternate dimension Doctor or Vale Yard, something along those lines, or even relating to the Timeless Child mystery. I mean, if it relates to the Timeless Child mystery, maybe I'd like it a bit more, but it needs more explanation. I like that Ruth, not that she's the Doctor, I can't believe I'm saying that. But I like that her energy, regeneration energy, memory were kept inside of that, what was it, break the glass, follow the light. I think it was break the glass. But really cool scene that, and then the energy comes in. The reveal that the graveyard was actually, I was expecting her body of human to be under there, but it was actually her TARDIS, which looked a lot like William Hartnell's TARDIS. This really felt like it should have been a two-parter. It really did feel like they could have spanned out the Judoon story more, maybe introduced that Rata or Kata character, who I couldn't believe was a Time Lord. That was so cool when the Doctor was using a sonic screwdriver throughout this episode and finding out different things. Very, very cool. As I said, Jodie Whittaker's interaction with the Judoon was very good, but I didn't really like her Doctor during this episode. But I have to say this, Ruth, her character was okay. The acting for everyone wasn't great, especially Ruth. Ruth made me love Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, made me appreciate Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, what she was. I really didn't like this incarnation of the Doctor. And I'm not saying that as PC, I'm not saying because she's black, I'm just saying the acting was off, it didn't feel like the Doctor. It'd be cool if it was like an alternate universe Doctor. I really hope this isn't the case, and it's before Chris Chibnall retconning everything we know about Doctor Who. The lone Cyberman. How do I begin to speak about that? What is going on here? Captain Jack Harkness and the Alliance, which I think is maybe a past companions or even parts of Torchwood, people protecting the planet. I feel like another surprise is coming. I feel like there's a big returning character at the midst of all this. I feel like that Doctor, the Master, Captain Jack, and this other returning character, as well as that male character from the trailer, are all going to be in this two-part explosive finale, potentially three-parter, which would be really cool. We haven't had that since Face the Raven, World Enough in Time, and the Gallifrey episode, sorry. Not World Enough in Time, Heaven Sent and Hellbent. But no, I really did enjoy this episode, but the second half of it, I really got confused. It was hard to follow. I really liked that Gallifreyan character. It's a shame she was killed off. Maybe she'll come back. We'll have to wait and see. But the Judoon themselves, I expect them to come back. They said that their contract is not up. I hope that's not a misread herring. I think that the Judoon, the Master, and what was his name? Lenny Henry's character, Daniel Barton, all need to come back to Doctor Who and explain their ending to their story. But more than more, a very enjoyable episode. Very mixed opinions. Very happy with Captain Jack returning. Love his scene. Sad to say goodbye again. Alright, Doctor Who, Fugitive of the Judoon, I give you an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. This was the first episode of the series that I actually watched twice. Normally I watch the episode once. Day off work today, public holiday. Happy Australia Day to all the Australians out there. But I'm going to give you an 8 out of 10. I thoroughly did enjoy the episode, I have to admit. But the second half, it felt really complex. And as I said, the acting lets it down. So I'm only going to take 2 marks. But good to see some old friends back. The Judoon, Captain Jack. Very excited for next week. And we got a nice cliffhanger, which was cool. We got a cliffhanger leading into the next episode that different things are happening on Earth. Now, one more thing. Stop putting fucking episodes on Earth. I'm getting sick of it. Orphan 55 should not have been on Earth. I liked the reveal at the time. We need an episode on another planet. And the fact that someone told me that Mary Shelley is potentially with the Cybermen, probably on Earth then. Next week's on Earth. The finale's probably on Earth. I'm getting sick of Earth. We at least have a Christmas or New Year's special where it's not on Earth. I heard the Daleks might be coming back. I'm looking forward to that. Now, as for who this Doctor is, as I said, I think she could be an alternate Doctor. There's been a few alternate reality dimension timeline mentions, including the Master during Spyfall. I really hope this isn't a Doctor before Chris Chibnall. Could be a Jodie Whittaker after Doctor, but it looks like it's going to be before. This is all based before. There are so many insane theories. The Timeless Child itself, I wanted to make a video on. I don't know how to even get into it. They're getting into Time Lord origin here, and it's very complex, and the fan base can go wild over it. Anyway, guys, what did you guys think of Fugitive of the Judoon? Are you disappointed? Are you happy? What do you think of Captain Jack back? What do you think of this new Doctor? Did you enjoy her more than Jodie Whittaker's Doctor? Let me know in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.